I'm Lizzie Hart. I'm the Humane Educator for Rancho Coastal Humane Society, and today we're going to talk about responsible pet care. So what is a pet? A pet is a companion animal, or we call them domestic animals, that lives in your home and that you care for. Some examples of pets are dogs, cats, rabbits, rats, guinea pigs. How are pets different from wild animals? So wild animals live in the wild, in their natural habitat, and they don't require humans to take care of them. Your pet needs you to be a responsible pet owner and take care of it. Is this a pet?
Yes.
How about this?
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
How about this? Is this a pet?
Oh, I got this. No.
Pets need similar things that you need. So in my box of needs, I have water. So it's very important that your animals all have water available to them and you give them fresh water every day. Just like you would drink water every day, your animals need water every day. I have a bowl to represent food. It's very important that you give your animals the right kind of food and healthy food. You wouldn't eat Snickers every day, so it's also important to make sure that your animals have the right kind of food every day. I have veterinarian. So if your animal is sick or injured, it's important that you take them to the veterinarian. If you are sick or injured, you go to the doctor. So just like your pets, they also have to go to a doctor, a vet. I have a blanket to represent shelter. It's important that your animals live inside with you. You don't want to live and sleep outside 24/7, and neither does your animal. So it's always important to make sure that they have the right place to sleep. If you have an animal that lives in a cage, like a guinea pig or a hamster, making sure that they have a nice big cage with lots of space for them to move around. A leash represents exercise. It is important for you to exercise every day, and same for your animals. You can exercise your dog by taking it for walks or playing with toys. You can also play with your cat and exercise it by playing with toys as well. If you have a different kind of animal, like say a rat or a hamster, then you probably would have a large cage for them and have a wheel in there that they can exercise, or take them out and create a play table for them to play on. So it's very important that you groom your animals. This is a nail clipper, so making sure you clip your animal's nails. Just like you clip your nails, your animals need their nails clipped as well. The brush represents, obviously you need to brush. If you have a long-haired animal like a dog or a cat, you need to brush their hair. I have a little picture of Gumby. He was not brushed or groomed, and he had big mats, and so much so that his tail was stuck to his legs. He could barely see. They had to shave off all of his hair in order to let it regrow, and obviously he looks much better after they shaved him and groomed him. But it's really important that you take good care of them and make sure they don't get to that point. Same goes for you. Obviously you need to take showers and baths, and if you have long hair like me, you need to brush it or it gets knotted. Also, brushing teeth. So this is something you need to train your animal to do. You can't just go home and be like, I'm gonna brush my dog's teeth, because they might bite you. So always make sure that if you, it is really good for you to brush your dog's teeth and your cat's teeth as well. Good dental hygiene for your pets is really important, just like good dental hygiene for you is really important. I also have poop bags. So obviously having an animal means you have to clean up their poop, and that goes for all animals. So make sure that if you take your dog for walks, you clean up your poop. If your dog poops in the backyard, you need to clean it up. If you have a cat, you need to pick up its poop every day out of the litter, clean its litter box every day. If you don't do that, your cat might choose not to use its litter box, which is obviously not a good option. You don't want to go to the bathroom in a dirty toilet, so same with your cat. It doesn't want to use a dirty toilet or a dirty litter box as well. And finally, I have in here is love. All animals need love, and the way you show your animal love, not only by petting it and hanging out with it, is by giving it all these things, by taking good care of it and being a responsible owner. It's so important to be a responsible pet owner and do all these things for your pet, because if you didn't, they would get sick or could potentially die. Your life would be really hard if you didn't have someone to take care of you. Your parents do a lot for you, and you're not at the point where you can do things by yourself yet. So it's really important that you make sure that you do all these things for your pet, because they can't go get water from the sink and fill their water bowl, and they can't go get food out of the cupboard and put food in their bowl for themselves. So it's important that you're a responsible pet owner so that your pets live happy, healthy lives. Did you know that most kids are bit by dogs that they know? Either their own dog, a relative's dog, grandma's or uncle's, or even a friend's dog. And typically the age range for kids that are bit are from the ages from 5 to 9. So today we're going to talk about how to be safe around dogs, when to avoid them, and how to approach them the right way. If your dog's sleeping, it's important to make sure that you leave your dog alone. If you were to startle it, it might bite you. Same goes for you wouldn't want someone to bother you while you're sleeping. If your dog's eating, it's also important to make sure that you don't take food from it. It might be protective of its food and try to bite you. You would never want someone taking food off of your plate as well, so keep that in mind. When your dog has a favorite toy or a treat, you also need to make sure that you leave your dog alone. He might bite you if it's something super special that he doesn't want to share with you. Also, when your dog is sick or injured, you also want to be careful around your dog. If you don't feel well, then you don't want people bothering you, so same goes for your dog. When your dog is playing with toys, or when you're playing with your dog, you need to make sure that you never use any of your body parts. Don't let it grab your hands or arms or legs or anything like that. Also, when you're playing tug of war or other games, you need to be careful so your dog doesn't accidentally bite you. If your dog was to ever get into a fight, you also want to be careful and leave the dog alone, and obviously get an adult to assist you with that.
Hello!
Look for signs that the dog is safe. It's on a leash, it's calm and friendly. Never approach a dog that's on its own without an owner. If you see a dog that you would like to meet and it's with an owner, you need to ask the owner permission first. Always go up and ask, "May I pet your dog?" If the owner says no, then tell them a polite thank you and walk away. If the owner says yes, there's a few other steps you need to follow. So you need to also ask the dog. In order to ask the dog, you have to make sure the dog sees you and smells you. And I always recommend that you pat your leg and invite the dog into your space. Never go towards the dog. If the dog does approach you and it wants to be pet, the safe place to pet the dog is on its side or its back, or you can gently pet it on its chest. If the dog does not approach you, then I recommend not petting the dog and leaving it alone. Thank you for coming. That was our lesson on dog safety.